Hey, sorry about the mom bun. Pre-warning, I have two kids, one baby, one 3-year-old, and three dogs, two of which are puppies. So yes, I'm crazy. Sorry about my house being a mess, as you can see over there. This is the first part of the tutorial about the Wonder Woman cups. Thank you for those who bought them. I have already taped off the bottom, as you can see, and I spray painted. I think it's just called Basic Red. It's Rust-Oleum, or is it Krylon? Nope, it's Rust-Oleum. I also have Mod Podge. Sorry about the glare. Mod Podge regular. I guess that's the matted finish. Yep, got that. I have glitter, extra fine or ultra fine. This one's extra fine. It works great. I got it from Hobby Lobby. I want to say it was half off, so $1.50. And I'm super into not wasting stuff, so I always put down a piece of paper so I can save my excess glitter. Not that it really makes a difference because it was $1.50. So what I'm going to do is coat this. Oh, sorry, I have a small workspace. Coat this with a sponge brush very thinly, and as you do a layer, you're going to put on the glitter. So you're going to do like a couple streaks and then put on glitter, and then you're going to do a couple streaks and then you're going to put on glitter. So you don't want to use the same brush for when you do the blue. You only want to use the same brush when you do the red glitter, because otherwise you're going to have red glitter in your blue. If you want specks of red glitter in your blue, then who cares? But otherwise, yeah, you need to switch brushes. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to videotape it. If you want to see it, you want to see it. If you don't, you don't. I'm going to listen to The Big Bang Theory while I do it, so I hope you guys like it. I love The Big Bang Theory. So, this is the big one. I have a small one that I'm attempting to make, so hopefully it looks the same. The big one, and I have another big one. So hopefully these all turn out exactly the same as the first one, because that was my first attempt. But like I said, super thin layers of Mod Podge and then glitter. You want to coat that bad boy in glitter, and then you're going to take it outside and you're going to blow it off. You're going to dust it off. You want to get as much excess off as possible, but only after the Mod Podge dries. So hang tight. I'm going to put this down so you guys can see everything. Oh, that's close. Okay. And I work on a cardboard box, just because I don't like to get things super dirty. I'm going to make sure you get in that crevice pretty good, because you want a really crisp line. Okay, that's a super thin and pretty uniform. I don't like to switch directions because I want everything to look exactly the same. So pretty uniform. And then you're gonna, I don't dump the glitter on there, but I sprinkle it on pretty heavily. And I make sure I'm over my piece of paper so it doesn't get everywhere. And the reason why I spray paint underneath is because I want the thinnest layers possible. I don't like to have like 15 layers of glitter just for the benefit of it being glittery all over, because I feel like as soon as the second layer goes on, you have like a ½ inch of glitter and it just looks like too much. So that is like completely coated. I don't know if you guys can see that. Like completely coated, and it's one layer of glitter. So any spots that you miss with the glitter, the paint is going to help fill in those spots so it doesn't look like you're missing like a super big chunk of glitter. So I have my excess here that I'm going to save. And then I'm just going to continue on and paint super thin. I try not to get any other glitter, but of course you have to a little bit. Super thin. I make sure I get half the tape too. I'm sorry I'm breathing hard. I spent all day in the pool today with my daughter. We're teaching her swimming, so I thought she'd get it a long time ago, but she's being difficult. So I'm sprinkling, sprinkling, sprinkling. And this is why I like to save the glitter, because I feel like I cake it on there, and then when I tilt it or tap it, hold on. Pepper, be quiet, please. One of my dogs. Then when I tilt it or I tap it, I feel like 75% of it comes off. So okay. So it's coated and it's not like super thick, and I spray paint with a balloon in my in the opening of my cup. So I actually put the balloon inside, and then excuse me, and then I blow it up while it's inside there, and I blow it up as hard as I possibly can, so that way it gets on the rim. So I'm not spray painting the rim because it's really hard. I don't like to get the epoxy on the rim of the glass. I like to end it wherever the paint ends, and I don't want people like, I don't know, the lids don't fit right if you get it all caked in there, and it's just not a cute look. I hope everybody really likes The Big Bang Theory because it is my favorite and I literally listen to it. Now it's fully glittered. I like to brush like this just to make sure there's no like super, I don't know, sticky outy. Like I just got all that glitter off the rim of the cup. I like to take it outside after I'm done too and just brush it off. I think I told somebody today, I take a blush brush, like a really cheap one that I bought from the dollar store. I take a blush brush and I literally, once the Mod Podge is dry, I'll take it and I'll rub it all over it just to make sure that I'm getting the excess off. So that's the first part, and then I will be back to talk about the second part. So it is now fully glittered. I glittered all three. I haven't taken the tape off yet. So what I'm gonna do now that the Mod Podge is dry and I've blown off all of the excess glitter. I mean, there's still gonna be obviously some glitter falling. And I saved all my glitter. You're going to coat it very thinly with another layer of Mod Podge. So that's the next step. So I'm going to do that. Isn't it sparkling? Sorry, I'm a wackadoodle. And all this does is keep your glitters from basically bleeding into each other when you go and try and apply the epoxy. And I do my epoxy very sparingly for this first layer. Unless you have very bumpy glitter, you really don't need a ton. The only thing that I'm epoxying for this first layer is because I want to apply my vinyl to a very, very, very smooth surface. So, okay, so that's what it's going to look like. But once it dries, it'll be clear, and then it'll be super shiny again. So, what was I saying? Oh, the epoxy. So, once the epoxy dries, you're going to have a super smooth surface. Yes, you can wet sand the epoxy if you have like a little bump or whatever. You can wet sand it. I used, I think it was 1500 grit to wet sand it. So, I mean, if you mess up a little bit, you can always try and fix it. There's not a lot you can do, but you can fix some of it. I'm just going to continue coating this, and once I'm done and it dries, I'll talk to you guys about epoxy. Okie dokie. Bye. Okay, so this one's sealed overnight with not with epoxy, but with Mod Podge. So I want you to look. Like, I could rub this and there's no red glitter on my fingers. That is why we apply the Mod Podge, so when we put the epoxy on, the two glitters don't bleed together and you don't end up with a ton of the wrong color glitter where you want it. This tape is going to probably be the hardest part of the whole situation, because it doesn't like to stick to the roughness. That's the glitter. I mean, it's not super rough, but it feels like sandpaper. Not like a super grit sandpaper, but it feels like sandpaper. You want to make sure that you tape as tightly as possible and then push down as hard as you possibly can, so we have crispy lines, because we like crispy lines for the Wonder Woman cup. So when you do the Mod Podge, what you're going to do, I'm sorry this is a little one, but the other ones aren't dry yet. When you do the Mod Podge, what you're going to do is you're going to start over the tape. You don't want to push up under the tape, because then your line isn't going to be as crispy. And I use crispy line, I don't know why. So you're going to start and actually like paint the tape. And then you're just going to pull down. There's already a little bit of glitter in the Mod Podge. This is why we don't use the same brushes over and over and over again. And then you're just going to dump glitter on it. You want to make sure that you have paper down. Here, let me do this. You want to make sure that you have paper down again for the next color. I mean, unless you want to waste a ton of glitter. And then you're just going to dump it on there, because you're going to blow all the excess off anyways. So dump it on, make sure it gets a good nice shower of glitter, dump it off. And then it has a nice thick coating, so you only have to do one coat of the glitter. The crevice, make sure that you get pretty good in that crevice with the glue. You don't want little lines. Like you can see, this part's going to have a little line. I'll just go over it with a little bit more glitter at the end. Make sure the Mod Podge is a little bit more dry. But I'm going to coat this cup. So I want to try and stay on my line. Now when you cross over, it's fine. I mean, you're going to have Mod Podge mixed with glitter. I mean, it is what it is. You can't prevent it, but try not to get any like thick globs. It really looks thick on the camera. Thick globs, you can rub it over the other glitter. You're going to re-glitter anyways. Not the whole thing, but you're going to re-glitter where you just, you see how my glitter is? I don't know if you can see it. My glitter is kind of spreading a little bit. So then you just dump it again. You won't be able to see the line. I did not make a straight line on this other side. Okay, so I Mod Podged the blue with the tape on, and then I immediately took it off. So now you have a nice crisp line. We like crispy line all around. So the next step after this is completely dry, so you want to wait a day. Then you're going to epoxy. So that's the tutorial. I already have the epoxy tutorial down. This would work with anything. After you're done epoxying, then you would add your vinyl, and then you would put another thin layer of epoxy on. So that way it's done. But these are completed glitter. Like I said, once it's completely dry, you want to make sure that all of the Mod Podge is rock hard. And then you want to dust it just to make sure all of the glitter is sealed in there, and that you don't have it getting into the epoxy. And then you're going to epoxy it. Let me know if you have questions. Bye.